Want to talk about the UFC this weekend?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Israel Adesanya versus
Sean.
Deshaun Strickland.
Deshaun,
Deshaun Strickland
the brother.
knockout by flying
other
hard
brother.
R. That's what I see.
Yeah,
Bro.
by hard R. Huh? He'll say it. He'll say it.
Flying hard R by Deshaun Strickland.
No,
I think
what do you think about this card? I'm gonna say this card.
Izzy wins by a snooze fest
Really?
or just knocks him out.
I don't think so, bro. I think if you look at okay, well, let me ask you a question. What do you consider Sean Strickland as a fighter? What do you consider him?
I don't know, bro. Like his striking is like
okay. Go ahead.
like his straking's like awkward.
Well, he's a counter puncher. Like
Yeah,
that's what he is. He's a counter puncher.
Yeah, I don't know. He just looked like awkward when he fought Pereira. He looked awkward in his last fight. He could strike. Don't get me wrong.
But he's not a knockout guy.
Yeah.
That's not what he is.
But Izzy's also a counter artist as well. Izzy's very great at keeping distance.
Yeah.
Great at leg kicks. Has good takedown defense. And Sean Strickland in an interview said, well, I should be wrestling, but I'm probably not. So I don't know if it's just like an egoistic thing or like a pride thing. Like, I want to knock this guy out. I'm not sure. But compared to like Sean's wrestling, I feel like Izzy has fought against better wrestlers.
Yeah.
And Izzy's takedown defense, I think, is underrated just because he's so lengthy.
Yeah,
he's good on his feet. I don't see anybody beating Izzy besides Pereira.
I don't think he beats him ever again. Even I think if he goes
205,
at 205, it's gonna be hard for Izzy to win.
That's scarier to fight him at 205 than he did at 185.
But I think, I just think there's not too many areas that you could say Sean is like. I don't think there's Sean's a better wrestler, but like Sean doesn't wrestle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but Izzy,
it's
talked
like
about that he wants to get a submission win.
We'll see,
he was
bro.
saying that this might be the fight.
He's gonna piece him the fuck up, bro.
I really think that's what it would be.
Like, think about
he's gonna beat the shit out.
He's gonna beat the shit out of him, bro, and that's what I think it's gonna be because they're gonna throw, bro, and I just don't see Sean landing on him
like that big
because Sean's known for his defense. He doesn't get hit much, but it's like, dude, Izzy's like the most precise striker I've ever seen, good. Bro. Like
he hardly makes mistakes.
Yeah,
like he reminds me a lot of Volk. Volk is very composed, controlled.
But
I think Izzy's gonna.
I just think he pieces him the fuck up, beats his ass, bro. Because even Sean was talking about, he was on the Full Send podcast. He was talking about like, I'm going into this the Full Send. I'm going into this understanding I'm gonna be beat the fuck up. Like I'm gonna have a broken nose. I'm gonna have a fucked up leg. Like I understand that. So that's what I'm expecting. Because he's like, I typically don't get hit, but I understand this is a different. At
least he understands how good Izzy is, and Izzy, he always never like underestimates anybody.
That's what my question is to you. Like, obviously Sean is a really good fighter. Are people underestimating Sean?
I think by a mile. I think Sean. I think people don't give enough credit to Sean. Mm-hmm. I think people are starting to like Sean just because of the character he is, but not the fighter he is.
Yeah.
But overall, I think he's a good fighter. He has a good character. He's able to promote this fight as well. I think he obviously is gonna talk his shit on the octagon, like when in the I don't know if it was the Apex or were you able to hear everybody so clearly. He was talking back and forth. Can't remember the name of the guy that he had fought, but he's gonna talk his shit. I don't know. I just think he's a character overall. He's no slouch, bro. He's a good fighter.
Not at all. I think let's just base it off of because you can have a good judgment on how a fight can go. I'm not gonna say it is gonna go this way
because anybody can win on any given night. But overall, I got Izzy by murder.
But let's just think about they both fought Cannonier recently within the past year. Okay, how did the fight go with Cannonier and Strickland? It was a boring fight. It was a very boring fight, and Strickland was kind of on the defense of everything because he was scared of Cannonier's power. But it was a very, very, very close fight, and that's exactly how Izzy fought Cannonier. It wasn't a very close fight, but it was.
He definitely kept his distance.
Exactly,
kept the power.
Exactly. So it's like
Same thing when he fought Yoel Romero.
Yeah.
He respected the power, just kept his distance, leg kick, jabbed in, stepped out.
I don't think Sean's gonna win, but I just think that like there's something.
I don't
there's
think
something
he has enough respect for Sean's power as he did to everybody, or like cannoneers, like those big power punchers.
Yeah.
So I think he will take in more risk for striking.
But he's a dangerous guy, bro. He's not no slouch. He's not somebody. I don't think he's taking him. I don't think he's not taking him serious.
I got him in sight 3.
Really?
I got him in sight 3.
I think the championship rounds, bro. I think he takes.
I think Izzy, when he gets a knockdown, he jumps on his quick.
Yeah. We'll see. But overall, other than that card or that fight,
he got tied to Avasa as a co-main,
and he's fighting
Volkov,
the tall dude. I got a tie, Bam Bam. I got Bam Bam.
Bam needs a win.
He needs to, or he's done, bro.
He needs a win.
He's like on a 3-fight losing streak.
Now, Volkov is. I think he's an underrated striker. I don't think he's as good as.
He's a big motherfucker.
I don't think he's as good as Gon. I think what Gon did is tack the body so fucking good against Ty. Hurt on multiple occasions with leg body kicks. If Volkov is smart, I think he would take that same approach, which you don't want to do. What I remember what pissed me off about Volkov, I had him winning against Derek Lewis, and then Derek Lewis knocked him out within the last minute.
Yeah. Because
he wasn't engaged in that strike and shit like that. He was winning 3-0 up until that point. I don't know if you want to have a slug match with Ty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think he has to attack the legs, attack the body, keep distance.
You got to keep it at distance, bro. That's why every time I watch him fight, because like he's solid, but like you're so big and long, bro. Keep your fight at a distance, bro. You could do damage, and he's been ranked for a minute, but I mean I love Bam, Bam. I'm going for him. He needs it, but he's an entertainer for sure. It's gonna be wild. It's in Australia.
I think if Ty's gonna win, it has to be knockout.
It has to be knockout, bro.
I don't know if he has the cardio to go all 3.
No, it's gonna be in 1 or 2.
It has to be. But if Volkov ends up winning, I think it will be either TKO because of body shots or just decision win overall.
I don't know. I think overall, I'm pretty disappointed in this card, bro.
I really thought it was gonna be more stacked.
It's
but
fucking.
Since it's a New Zealand card, there's not really.
I thought it was Australian.
Or Australian card, whatever. But
yeah,
I get them confused.
You're good. You got me thinking I was wrong. That's why.
Yeah, I don't know. But there's not really that much exciting Australian New Zealand fighters besides Tai Tuivasa, Israel Adesanya, Volkanovski.
Yeah. And
you can throw in Kai Kara France, but he got injured. And pulled out. He was supposed to be on the card against Cape.
Yeah.
I forgot. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, but he's not there. But I don't know, man. Sometimes there's cards where I'm just like, I look on paper, I'm just like, not the most exciting about, but they turn out to be good. No, I think there's a lot of heavy hitters on this card, so I'm expecting entertaining knockouts at least. I don't know who to expect out of the first 2 main fights that are starting off the card.
Yeah.
But I do hope that Ty and Izzy put on a very entertaining show to make up for the rest of the card if it doesn't perform. My bad.
No, you're good.
I also don't think it's gotten the much promotion as like the Sean O'Malley card. You know what I mean? Compared to like that bigger names, there's better fights in that card overall by bigger names. I feel like that's gotten more promotional talk. Compared to this card that Izzy's headlining, which Izzy's probably one of the biggest.
Yeah, he has the biggest gate. He has the biggest gate, ever. And this is gonna be another one, but it's just because they haven't been in Australia in a minute. But I'm just disappointed because like this card, other than the title fight, means nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that Thai fight does nothing to the heavyweight division. It doesn't bring anybody closer to a title fight. And then after that, obviously, Kai Kara France was supposed to be on the card.
Was supposed to fight. I think if he would have won, he would have fought maybe Pantoja or maybe or maybe because Figueiredo hasn't fully announced if he's 135 or 125 still. And Brandon Moreno, I don't know if they're gonna do a Pantoja 3 or 4. You know what I mean? So that 125 division's kind of And Cape is only top 10. He's like 9 or 10. So even if he would have won that fight, he's not gonna jump up to obviously for a title fight.
Yeah, that's what
now I'm interested. I was interested in the fact that they throw in somebody, Felipe Dos Santos, who was just in the Contender Series,
and
this is USA debut, and he's fighting a top 10 contender.
Yeah,
which you had told me reminded you of the Sean O'Malley card where he had a Mutino jump in. I don't know if Sean was ranked at that time. Maybe he would have been 15, but still, it was just kind of like a similar.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. It's just like I'm not interested, bro. Other than like I'm typically like heavily invested. Obviously, I love the UFC. We love the UFC. I'm gonna watch it, but like I just feel really let down. Like, bro, this is your biggest, your biggest draw, Izzy, your biggest draw. And I get it. You're trying to, appease the crowd because they want to see their Aussie fighters. But bro, like, I do not care for this card. I'm sure it's gonna be good. It's always good. But I'm like, man, there's no, impact in the UFC other than the title fight.
And also, I think that he mainly did it for his gym, the City Kickboxing Gym. Yeah. I think he has about 3 to 4 fighters on that card, and I think 2 of them are making their debuts. Okay. Or 1. So I think it's just kind of more of like a City Kickboxing thing as well.
But that's going to be on the early prelims either way. Yeah. They would have been there. But
I'm hoping Tyson Pedro or Justin Taffa puts on a show just to start off.
They had that fight. That's that same fight that got no contest with the eye poke. That's that same fight. So it's going to be good. That fight's going to be good. That dude was on the Ultimate Fighter, Taffa. He's on the Ultimate Fighter. That's the season Kamaru's brother won.
Oh, okay. Kamaru's brother's a fucking unit.
Bro, he's huge on all the roids, and I haven't seen him in a minute. He was supposed to fight.
He's fighting soon.
He was supposed to fight.
I don't know if he's fighting on this prelim card or the next one.
How you going to put it in Taffa on a main card, and he didn't even... And Usman's brother won... And he hasn't even been, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, like,
just because it's an Aussie card. That's the only reason why.
I guess, bro.
I think like that's the only reason why they're getting that main card.
Yeah, I guess.
But plus, if they wanted to make an Aussie card, like I said, there's not really big Aussie, New Zealand fighters.
Just make it a fucking fun card, bro, and let's see if it is. I hope it is.
Yeah, I'm hoping it is a fun card because we gotta watch it, talk about it.
I know I gotta pay $80 for it. Like, dog, what the fuck? Like, this is what I'm paying $80
better
for.
Be money's worth.
Yeah.
We're not fucking disappointed, right?
Yeah, or else I'm gonna fucking stream the rest of it.
Or we're gonna stream that bitch. But I'm excited, man. We got a lot of coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
Excited.
Big
now, or I might just have AI generate that fucking fight for me, man. But make that fun.
This guy.
You know what I mean?
This guy. Good job.